Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia update on the Mykolaiv Front. Um, you can see that if you have been following my updates, you may see this map looking very different. So what happened is that I actually received new information that the Russians had been totally bypassing all the Ukrainian position, and they actually continues to actually connect all their forward operating base through new roads. So they remember the this Kashpero Mikolaivka, they actually follow the small roads. So through Pisky, they follow this road all the way down, and then from Haradivska go to Marivka, and then they follow this small road all the way through to uh Novolepsandrivka, and then they can continue down all the way down to here. And then it was reported that at Pervomaisky, there's actually a Ukrainian uh forces entrenched there to block this road, just like this one. They are here to block this road. So the Russians uh kind of just ignore them, and then they just go through they just go bash through here, and then they continue to proceed to their forward operating base over at Snurihurivka and no, actually more like Novopetrivka area. So then the same happens over here. So instead of now they going all the big routes, big rounds around the big roads, they actually following the small roads all the way down to Kalinivka, Bohanivka, Peshot, Trefnev, then all the way follow all the way through this small road, and then they follow the zigzag all the way down, and then they can actually reach the other stronghold of Halitsinov. So very interesting development, which means that the previous assumption that they are stuck with the main roads is now invalidated, because the Russians have shown that they are able to navigate around the smaller roads. So they are still not exactly bashing through the farmlands. They just happen to have the small roads to actually depend on, that connects all the different towns. So this is a huge change in terms of the strategic picture now. That previously we thought that the Russians are very trapped by this huge road, which they did in fact follow previously. And then but now that in order to overcome all this entrenched position by the Ukrainians, they decided to go by all the small roads. So reportedly by the Russian source that I read, they say the Ukrainians did order some kind of they call it a safari kind of thing. Basically, they are asking the Ukrainians to go on a hunting squads to go through the farmlands to hunt for Russians. But it's according to that source, they say that no one really actually answered that call. So the Russians are basically traveling freely all around Mykolaiv oblast, and this actually cumulated to the fall of Voznesensk, southeastern district of Bolharka. So if you can see here closer, there's this river, the Mavovik River. So this entire neighborhood is actually also known as the Bolharka. This actually is taken by the Russians already. The Ukrainians actually blew up the bridges to prevent the Russians from crossing. But according to my source, the Russians actually successfully crossed, and they actually captured all the administration people, the head of the administration, which then call into question regarding the state of Voznesensk, because which is why I put a question mark here. This city is now suspected to have fallen to the Russians. So according to the statement which I quote, the Russian armed forces occupied the southeastern district of Bolharka, which is basically the Russian name for Bolharka, and then the local ones hastily undermined the bridge across the river. And later it turned out the Russians were able to enter the town, and having stuffed their faces, take away the phones from the head of the local administration and territorial defense. We have no other explanation for how the phones of the entire administration suddenly ended up with the Russians. For a couple of days, the fighting in Voznesensk stopped. Reinforcement came to the city, and the route to Yuzhnoukrainsk and the South Ukrainian nuclear power plant was strengthened. So I don't really exactly understand the translated part for this. From this comma onwards, the reinforcement came to the city, and the road to this and this. Well, basically, I can read this as the city has actually fallen, which is why the fighting stopped in Voznesensk, and then they are actually on the road north towards this city of Yuzhnoukrainsk. And this is also where the nuclear power plant is, South Ukraine nuclear power plant. So there could be a case that Voznesensk actually has fallen in the kind of like a accidental blitzkrieg kind of way, where all the heads and leaders, handphones and administration, the heads are all captured, and then they actually, now the Russians are actually on the way with the reinforcement from the Russian side, and then they're actually moving now towards their actual objective, which is this nuclear power plant and this city. But I cannot confirm because this is now a question mark. But what we can confirm is they has taken the southeastern side, which is quite clear. They have occupied the southeastern district of Bolharka. So it is this part where they say that they actually stuffed their faces, took their phones, and they say that all the phones are now in the hands of the Russians. So this is a very curious situation. There's no other news regarding Voznesensk, so we will have to keep a tab on this part, and not just this. So these are all very interesting developments, right? That they are able to bypass all the strong points, and they actually kind of take a part of Voznesensk. Despite being so far away, the supply line should have been stretched. And then see these two sharp points. Yes, the Russians actually are sending forces this way up, and as well as from their other HQ here at Novopetrivka. They're actually moving down this road. And guess what? These are all the small roads. They are actually now following all the smaller roads now. And they are actually spotted. They have actually, there's an alleged video of them being spotted at, let me see, which is the place. I think is, yeah, they were spotted at Bolharka or Oleksandrivka. So they are actually spotted here, moving towards here, and there's another force in the same map showing that the Russians actually following this road up. So these two forces' objective, they are actually moving towards Nikopol. They are moving towards Nikopol, and the other one's objective is actually let me see, which one is the other objective. I believe, if I'm not wrong, they are actually going for Novovorontsovka, if I'm not mistaken. So this is one of the objectives. Nikopol, that's for sure. I think the other one is actually this city here. So if we follow the road, we can see that it's likely to go through here and go up. They will actually hit the objective, or they might actually head up north through Apostolov, and then actually move all the way down to this main road, or they actually go straight to here, this main road, go through Mayanske, and then go all the way to Nikopol. The other force is actually going up north here to this side. So I'm not sure if they will merge or they will actually go by two different routes. There's also and then the Ukrainians actually say that the Russians are actually moving towards Kryvyi Rih. They are actually attacking towards the direction of Kryvyi Rih. But the Russian source actually saying that they're actually going towards Nikopol, as well as Novovorontsovka. So this is interesting. I think my guess is that the more real objective will be Nikopol. The reason being that they are actually across the nuclear power plant, and they want to secure this city to ensure that there will be no sabotage, no long range fire towards the nuclear power plant from this the opposite city. So this is likely to be the case. So we are actually looking at a dash towards Nikopol as well as Novovorontsovka. I think they want this place maybe as another new forward operating base, which is why this was particularly being named as one of the objective, and they want Nikopol to actually secure the nuclear power plant, so to prevent shooting from the opposite side of the coast, the river. So this is the update for the Mykolaiv Front. Things are getting really hot now, and this entire chain of event of small roads. I actually thought about it before, but I just, maybe they are dirt roads and maybe not so traversable, and then but from the videos I have seen over the past day, the ground seems to be really dry. Not sure not exactly sure, but it seems like every photo that I saw, the ground is rather dry. So this might be aiding the movement of the troops all around here, as well as the supply runs. So the Russians still has not attacked Mykolaiv yet. They are kind of like holding back a bit, I guess, trying to stress out the city, make them cannot sleep for a few nights. Then maybe when they are tired, then they will start to attack. So, but this is one of the key parts. If they have taken Voznesensk, then they will actually definitely go for Yuzhnoukrainsk, and then they will actually capture the nuclear power plant. And this would mean that they will have captured both of the major nuclear power plants in the south of Ukraine. Then they can effectively cut off the electricity for this entire region. And then life will be hellish in southern Ukraine. So so this is Mykolaiv Front. Just the quick update. Maybe not so quick, rather long, but I think this is an important update that I think you should know about. This is actually developing. This is actually happening at this moment. This entire force that is moving, because they have not reached Novovorontsovka and they have not reached Nikopol yet. So this is actually happening right at this moment. And then the puzzle of how the Russians actually linked up, how to they resupply is now also resolved. So anyway, I shall shut up, and then do subscribe to support this channel with your subscription. This gives me the motivation to actually continue to work on all these updates. So the target we are trying to reach is 1,000, and together we will form this community that we can share our feelings about the geopolitical situation we want. And I believe this community wants the truth, the facts, and then I think and with no bullshit, no propaganda, I think this is a good avenue to have to build a community. And then having it to 1,000 means I can monetize the channel, means I can continue to put more resources into this channel to continue to make it bigger and have more updates even beyond the wall. So hopefully you can support. Please subscribe, and then I will see you in the next update.